Hi YouTube, welcome back to another video from Wtf Rc Cars. So we got another carbon bit for the Hobao Hyper-VS Nitro, and this is the HOP-0109, and it's a Hyper-VS Graphite front servo saver top plate. So let's have a quick look what we get in the packet. Should just be the carbon plate itself. That's it. Nice little carbon plate. And we're going to need to get this fitted in the Hyper-VS. So let's get you in for a closer shot and we'll get it fitted. Right, so that's where his little plate's going to fit. So first off, we are going to need as hex driver, and I believe all four of these, what we got, so we've got a 2.5 at the front. I know the rears are 2. I think these are 2.5. Yep. So let's get them out first. It should be quite an easy job to fit these. These are just the 4 outer ones. So these are quite short. So we got the 4 outer ones, and then there's just the one through the brace in the middle. So that's the 2.5 ones removed. And I think the middle one on the brace is a 2.5 as well, but let's get these little ones removed first. So your front dome ones, they're 2mm hex. And then I believe this center one is again a 2.5. And if you remove that one last off, you can get away without removing that. So let's see if we can back this off. Should be able to. So you can just back your hinge pins out. And then we've got all this removed. Then all we need to do is remove the plastic from the aluminium. So I think at this point we're still going to have to remove that. So we're not going to get away without removing the little screw in there in the body mount. Now I'm not sure how this is all going to line up, because from what I can tell, the body mount, so it looks like that one will still fit, but the body mount itself, I'm sure that that hole is what the screw goes into to locate it, to lock it in, but it's not actually that screw that's threaded. So underneath you've got your 2 little slots, so these 2, and you just slide the new carbon plate in, and that lines up with all 4 holes. And then we've got to refit this, so you've got your locating pin at the bottom, and then we can just put the body mount back in. I'm just going to clean top of these up a little bit. So let's see if we can persuade this to go back in. So it looks like we can just wiggle them into position, and then all we're going to need to do is, if we back that screw up a little bit, we should be able to get it to go into place then. Yeah, that's better. So you just want to make sure nothing's getting trapped. And then we need to get this to sit down on top of the chassis brace. It looks like that's just dropped into place. So usually if you just lift the shock tower forward slightly, you'll feel it drop into position. And then all we've got to do is get this screw looks like it's going to be easier with this mount off. It'll allow us to get to that easier. Yeah, definitely easier with that shock mount off. So that's one in, and you can thread lock these if you'd prefer. Mine's still got a bit of thread lock on them, and I've never had them back out, so I'm not going to bother re-thread locking them. If I do get them working the way loose, I can always pop a bit of thread lock on just to stop them backing out, but I don't like putting too much thread lock on stuff, because if it's not coming loose on its own accord, it's not a problem. And these don't need any thread lock because these are into nylon. So that's got all them in position. Let's just quickly make sure they're all tight. And then just check operation of your steering, make sure it's not binding anywhere or catching. And then lastly, we can pop the body mount back on. Let's just try that, make sure it's not, you don't need to go crazy tight on that one. But there we have it, one nicely fitted carbon steering plate. So let's wrap this one up. Right, so there we have it, that's the old aluminium plate and the new carbon plate's all fitted. So I think running through this, so we've got the 7075 aluminium C-hubs, we've got the carbon fibre arms on it with the 7075 C-hub carriers, we've got the 7075 rear hubs, the front rear and the rear hinge pin retainers are 7075 aluminium. We've now got the carbon top plate over the diff, the carbon plate for the servo tray, and we've just fitted the carbon plate for the servo saver assembly. We've got the 7075 braces front and rear. So yeah, it's kind of getting there. On the carbon rear shock tower and the uprated springs. But it's turned into quite a nice little RC, this. I think the only things we've got left now is stock front shock mount and stock chassis. I've seen a few places advertising a 7075 aluminium chassis, but I'm not sure if we're going to go down that route yet. But we shall have to see. But thanks again for watching WTF RC Cars. If you find this video interesting, amusing, or just plain like it, share to friends and family. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. And I'll catch you guys again in the next one.